live with another Sunday Fun Day Light Code reading. I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am the first child of God, the messenger of God, the LILITH reincarnated. Here on another one. I heard something as I said that. I am the first child of God. What are you? Who are you? Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. In order to keep up with me, you would have to catch my morning videos and anything I post on my community page and some shorts. Oh, gosh. Please go away. Please go away. I'm trying. Honoring the ending. These are my divine nature. These are my favorite. Some of my favorite cards. They're not real in-depth. They're just beautiful. Straight to the point. Straight to the point. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you to leave that's no longer serving you. You're supposed to do that. And that's why I was like, oh, I don't want to talk. I don't want to start with this. Well, let's start where we left off. Alright, so I had a challenge, and my challenge, should I accept, which I did, was to go and approach this guy, right? And I did, and I was met with silence, and I walked away, and felt that it was for the best. And upon walking away, I saw some shit. Now, I always teach people, it's like, you just have to know, you just have to walk away. You get to find out later what you walked away from. But it's better to find out as you're on your way heading the other direction than being, finding out all in your face. So, with that being said, Wolfman, Oscar put up this Sagittarius video. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrendous. It was monstrous. He let his ego out, and he showed you how egotistical he was and how important his ego is. And he said, if you just want to be one of those people that don't have an ego, and you want to leave all your belongings and go run away and become a Buddhist, then this isn't for you. Yeah, you're not for me, bro. You don't speak my language. That's my language. That's my language, not you. And in essence, this is a weenie-ass man that has no inspiration or no aspirations to be anything other than a fuckboy. And he's becoming old at it, too. This is like a washed-up Cupid. It's kind of gross. But anyways, going to it, it's like, it was that simple, and you just gotta trust your gut, bro. My heart's telling me there's something wrong with you. Oh, okay. I'm out of here. I don't need to know. I'm gonna find out later. That's it. When you walk away, dude, you find out everything. And that's it. One video, bro. It was disgusting. He did the same thing. I sent it to Marshall. It was pretty awful. I had told him off months ago, and he posted this awful Sagittarius video showing all his shadows. And I sent this message to Marshall. I was like, oh my God. Imagine being married to him. Look at his temper. And that's, that's between me and Marshall. Us with our tempers are looking at this guy like, damn, bro, you can't even pretend. Like, look at him. At least we don't try to pretend. We're very honest and true about the fact that we don't like you. We don't pretend at all. Like, at all. But to see somebody all, you know what I mean? What is it? Passive-aggressive is what we saw. It was disgusting. And it was just as monstrous as the video he posted. I didn't watch all of it. It got worse. After 8 minutes, it got much worse. At 8 minutes, he was going on and on about if you don't have an ego, then I guess you don't want to be powerful. Listen here, Igor. Your ego makes you powerless. You live out of a fucking backpack chasing pussy around the world. That's all you do, jumping out of planes and chasing pussy. Yeah, you're somebody's husband and fucking father, aren't you? Really, what you are is somebody's son. They're so proud of you, I'm sure. Where's your baby sister? She came to cook you a meal. You don't know how to cook for yourself. What else don't you know how to do? And he's over there telling you how sexy his cartoon character's boobs are. You're disgusting, bro. You're disgusting. And I honor this ending. And that's where my boys sit back like, yeah, he never stood a chance. Eat you up, motherfucker. Anyways, the Japanese word akuru means to pierce, to begin, to end. The aku ancient symbol for the Egyptians, seems a perfect companion with this concept as it is used as a sign. And then you come to my temple. You come to the temple of Isis to masturbate and beg me to make your life better. And what were you met with? The mirror. Welcome to the jungle. Ugh, disgusts me. It's all in his archive videos. He tells you how that's how he cleans his chakras, masturbations. He tells you that he literally went to the temples of Isis to do these ceremonies, but he tells you what his ceremonies are. He's a filth fuck. He prays to Lucifer and asks for power. Lucifer's powerless to the divine. You don't even know the story. He's supposed to show you what's wrong with you and you're not looking. Dig deeper, obsessive. Ugh, make me sick. Make me sick. I should have just, you know what I mean? I had a better chance converting Russ. Oh! Put his fire out. You're disgusting. You are, honestly, bro. Honestly, you give the fire signs a bad rep. That's 2 official Aries that I know ain't shit. You some ancient Aries. Can't wait to meet the Leos. The Taurus wasn't shit. The Libras ain't shit. The Scorpio ain't shit. The Capricorn ain't shit. You some ain't shit motherfuckers on a Sunday. Every day of the week, to be honest. Wait till the fucking full moon was full. See your ain't shit ass straight through the mirror. Over and over, we're reminded that endings contain beginnings inside of them. Out with this old hoe, bring in a new hoe. And the piercing of grief creates a sacred opening in our psyche. Well, it's just an ego death. What the fuck was you thinking? I don't know. I was following God. Thank God I didn't think for myself. I knew you wasn't shit in the begin with. I showed you throughout every one of these videos. God kept trying to tell me you was something better than you is. Is you is or is you ain't. You ain't shit. Where new life may pass through. Here's a bonus reading, and here's a collective, and here's a let's dig deeper into these people's. You're a fucking stalker. You're a fucking stalker, fucking taco tarot reader. Oscar the tarot reader. You have no fucking skills, bro. Go fucking beat yourself. We need to mourn our endings and give heart to the space, to the process. And you know what I got out of you? My power. Like I do all you bitches. I face you, I suck away your power and become all powerful. You're a powerless bitch. You showed the world that you ain't about no action. You ain't taking no action. You ain't getting no action. You ain't shit. You ain't shit, Nika. And what did I get out of it? I got better. But be careful not to tread too closely to despair. I could care less. To the ending carrying, and that's what that Sagittarius said. I'm out of there, bro. I'm not looking back. I don't give a shit about what's back there, dude. You're back there with the other hoes. I ain't looking back for you, bro. Oh, but they're in love with you, and I bet you are. They all love me. Why? Because there's nothing not to love. You're just a pussy. Okay, go find you some beat-up pussy in the jungle. Get on my face with that shit. You and your fucking erotic cards. You fucking hornball, reptile dysfunction motherfucker. But be careful, and that's what it is. All that fucking, and you can't make a baby. You're useless. All that fucking, and you can't make a baby. All that fucking, you ain't got it. If there was, I mean, if we're looking at this, going back to my earlier video, if we're looking at value, power, and statue, put your fucking, you know what I mean? Put your money where your mouth is. What do you have to show for yourself? A little motorcycle in the fucking woods? What do you have to show for yourself, Oscar? 2 little packs of fucking tarot and the fucking same old clothes you've been wearing since the beginning I met you? Your little chanclas on your fucking motorcycle? Shut up, bro. You ain't got no value. You burn it as quick as you earn it. This is what you went to the military for? To become a man? This is what a man's man is? Bro, you ain't nothing but a fuckboy. That's all girls are gonna do is fuck you and leave you. Can't build a future off of a guy like this. He has no fucking ambitions and no direction. Emperor my ass, bro. You're just trying to get your dick wet. Ugh. You'll do it yourself. Spit on your own hand. Put that in your own videos. Am I lying? Oh, shut up. Anyways, for endings carry new life inside, and despair keeps us from seeing it clearly. Are you sad? Are you sad you got dumped? Get used to it. Your whole dump truck. That's it. You thought. That's what you thought. That's what you thought. You ain't never met a real one that'll tell you ain't shit. All these little fucking, all these bitches on your fucking YouTube channel, fucking, what do they want from you? Your dick. Look at the comments, dickhead. They don't want shit from you. It's not like you could provide anything but some dick. What did I want? Dick. Dick, dickhead. That's all I said I wanted, dickhead. You couldn't even provide it. All that talk. Fucking erectile dysfunction, motherfucker. All that talk. You're talking out your ass, dickhead. Fucking ugly girls at that. All fucking ugly. Flat ass, little titty, looking like a dude, fucking leftover, somebody's leftover fucking skinny bitch. You just like leftover skinny bitches with low self-esteem. No, I'm a big bitch with a big self-esteem. Let's keep moving. How you guys feeling about it? Better dump somebody. It feels good to dump somebody. Trust me. Ooh, this would be me, the portal keeper. The first time I met him, I told you I'll meet you in the fucking astrals. You know how he gets there? Masturbating. He hopes to see the bliss of the divine. Or instead, he'll light a candle and pray to Lucifer. Haha! How's that working for you, loser? That's why you're in your shadows. And that's it. You have no love and light. You don't work with love and light, so you don't get no love. You get no love! And you're in the dark, obsessed with your wiener. Sorry. My boys are loving it. They're like, yep, this bitch never stood a chance. Never. Oh, I went to 17. Haha. Receding ass hairline. And your mustache smells like last week's pussy. Vagina face. Unique gateways to mystical experiences, psychic abilities, raising your vibration, expanding consciousness, the akashic records, past life ties, exploring the edge of reality for significant messages, seeing between the lines, multi-dimensional awareness. On page 127. I taught you all this week, guys. There's a whole fucking video about it. I taught you all about this. I taught you about going through your shadows to become a, psychic bitch like me. I taught you all about this. But if you don't face your shadows like these guys, then you don't get no powers. You fix yourself, you get fixed. You can't have any of this, bro. It's impossible. These are powers of the light, and you're working with nothing but darkness. You can't have it. The best you can do is go pray to the darkness to fight the light, but that's never worked in all of history, so good luck. Good luck. Good luck. You can't. If Jesus isn't on your side, then you're not going to the other side, losers. It's so simplistic. So simplistic. Keep rejecting it, bro. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter fucking being casted out by your own fucking rejection. I don't care. As we become more sensitive and aware, we are more receptive to mystical experience. That's it. You can't do that in a fucking ego, Igor. We can realize that there are overlaying realities that seem just as real, if not more vibrant and profound. And that's why I told you, this is not the real world. This is the world that we live in, that you think is so very real. There are many other worlds beyond this world that still lie in this world. You couldn't possibly. I tried to make a whole video about it this week. I told you wouldn't understand. Why? Because you're working with the mentality. It's beyond your understanding because you haven't expanded your mind. All you're thinking about is fucking and getting food, and you're a reptilian. You're thinking about your basics, bro. The hierarchy of needs, right there. You need to get laid, you need a meal, you need some money. That's what you really want. You want your phone and you want a picture. You're so fucking... There are tribe members that have never wore clothes in their lives or been connected to any kind of civilization that have more value than any of you. I just want to say that. They have more spiritual awareness than Oscar and most of you. There is a theory that space and time are constructs that allow our human mind to grasp the sequences in chronological order and enable us to orientate and move through reality. And that's where I told you. Akashic records, I told you this is a weak-ass version of a fucking god flesh. Just like the rest of them. That's it, bro. You don't even get it. And that's what it was. God told me I had to submit to this guy. So I followed the fucking timeline. It led nowhere. It led to another weak devil. So you call them. They're fucking nothing. They're weak-ass men. Tied up in their feelings about their mothers. Happy Mother's Day. what we would fathom that we can't now. There is information out there that isn't real to us until we glimpse it with our senses. That's it. You have your feelings turned off so you can't sense anything. All of this is from your senses. I did this whole video, bro. If you don't work through your feelings, your ugly ones first, then you can't feel the truth. All you feel is lies. Yeah. You agree to them too. You know damn well they're lying to you, but you believe it. The beings of Lemuria evolved with a different kind of intelligence. They were skilled at harnessing energy from the natural and abundant forces such as crystals and the heart of the earth and the moon. They could share complex information without words. The Lemurians operated in multiple realms at will and could disappear from human perception. Technically, they were in the same location, but an overlaying reality and parallel dimension, which could be very different. And that's where I see everything. It's all right here. It's in another reality that's right in front of your face. As the High Priestess, they say, I see behind the veil. What's the veil? The Matrix? Your mind? It's right in front of you. They're not gone. There's not a fucking place where heaven and hell is. How do you think I see all these dead people and all of these things? Where the hell do I go at the divine? I just fly out of my body? It's all right here. You can't see any of that because all you see is your pathetic desires and insecurities and fears. Your identity. That's all you see is how you create your identity and the identity of yourself and everybody else's. You can't see beyond what's in front of your face, which is nothing more than the video game, the Matrix. When you stop looking at everything in front of your face, you start to see more, and that's called a higher perception or a higher vibration. We don't seek the same things. We're not made the same way, bro. I have a higher, probably IQ. Try not to be mean in this. I'm not going to even say what I was going to say. I'm just going to keep reading. It could disappear from human perception, meaning you can't see it. Just like you can't see Jesus, you can't see God, you can't see anything. And it'll be right in front of your face. Physical advanced people can sense discarnated souls, elementals in nature, and spirit guides. And that's what I did the whole reading about. I can see them. Psychically advanced people. What made me psychically advanced? I went through my brain. I worked through the psyche, the ego, the thoughts, the identity, the limitations of what you say is real, and what's possible, and what's true. I went past your limits and found a limitless world that shows me the real truth behind your world, what inspires your world to become, where you get your great ideas, not the stupid ones. Anyways, they can also see information in energy fields, and that's me. I am an energy reader. These perceptions, clairvoyance, clairsentience, and clairaudience, are still connected to this reality, but are examples of what can happen when we raise our consciousness or train ourselves to subtleties of what is happening around us. And that's it. You can't see what's happening around you because all you see is your own thoughts and your own desires, your own fears, your own insecurities. You're listening to your mind. All day it's creating thoughts. You can't see anything but your own thoughts. And you're not dealing with them. You're not clearing your mind. You're not clearing any of that. Because even if you sit, Oscar, in meditation for 30 minutes, an hour, whatever you do, jerking off forever, how long you can stay still in your little skin, the second you open your eyes, you're still you, Oscar. Still trying to get what Oscar wants. Still believing that you're the wolf man and that you're powerful. You haven't left the context of your mind. You're stuck in it, you mindless geek. And at that, it's limited. You have had limited experience. Your fucking actual dialect and your conversational skills are beyond limited. Like, your ability to hold a conversation would have to do with a lot of alcohol, a foreigner that doesn't speak your language, and just an overall putz to find you entertaining or captivating. This has to be a person that knows nothing. An absolute dummy that has never witnessed anything spiritual before, and they're looking at you and thinking that you know some shit. Because any of us that actually know spirituality know that you don't know shit, bro. You're barely reading it out of the books and running it to the fucking, just like every other tarot reader. You're reading it out of the books and running it over to your YouTube channel to say you know some shit, but you don't know nothing about it. And again, I told you I was Isis in the beginning, and you go running to my temple. Have I ever said anything? It's just because you can't believe it. How can you believe in the devil but not believe that I'm fucking reincarnated? That's it. It's a limitation. She can't be. No, you can't be. Don't put those limitations on me. Trying to live your best life because this is your first one. It's your first one, Oscar. You never had a life before. You gotta have like 40 virgins. You gotta travel the world. You gotta do all this stuff. You gotta be a big guy on campus. It's your first life. Live it to the best, Russ. Make sure you buy all the best things. An idiot. Absolute sucker. I didn't have anything to say to you till you opened your mouth, bro. And you sure opened it real big and wide. So I want to fill it up with a whole bunch of shit and make you swallow it. I'm sure that you were hoping I would do the same, but we're going to play role reversal here since you're not the emperor and I am. You're going to take this. Every inch of it. With your little 6¼ inch. Pull the skin back and it might look a little bigger. Maybe if you shave your balls, it'll look a little bigger. How do you know how big I am? I look at your hands all day, dude. I know the exact fucking size of your dick the moment you shake my hand. I'm shaking your dick. See, God created you guys that way so we knew exactly what we were dealing with. I know exactly how big your little dick is there, buddy. Get away from me. Before I tell Marshall to slap you with his 9-inch dick. You don't believe me? Go shake hands with him. Slap the shit out of you. In the essence of big dick. You don't even know what a big dick is. You got like fucking 4 inches on you, bro. It's alright, all of you got about 4 inches on Russ. Look at his little bitty hands. They're so cute. You want to know the secret? I'll tell you the secret. You want to know? On a Mother's Day. See this line right here? To their middle finger. This line to their middle finger is as big as their dick, plus the head. Ding! Who taught me that? A prostitute when I was about 17. So I tried it. I tested it, and it worked on every man. I didn't need to check any further than that. I know how big you are before. I'm not going to be that girl fantasizing about some shit that don't exist. I know it's really there. I know what you're working with. Wiener. You messed with the wrong one, bro. Trying to push your ego on somebody. You want to flex? You want to flex? This is a no flex zone, bro. Anyways, let's go back to this and the realities that, you know, you and your guys' basic mundane reality. Mundane. In essence, we share our physical location with overlaying beings and energies and can rise or lower our vibration to match and enter their realms of reality. You can't enter their realities, these higher vibrational timelines, these other realities, till you literally leave the human reality. And that goes back to those love and lighters that you don't want to believe. Oh, you didn't know that this is how it works. Go watch Doctor Strange. There's nothing fucking wrong. I'm dead ass. If you ever want to have any powers like me, ever, you're going to have to give up your world, bro. The way you think, the way you live, the things you chase, the things you love. Otherwise, you're not going to have any powers like this. They don't give these powers to people like you. You people go to people like us begging for them. That's exactly what the dude said today. Oh, you're a witch. Help me get a job. I said, go put in an application. You'll get a job. There's nothing special about you applying for a job. I don't need to do this for you. That's you looking for a handout. You're going to have to work at this as hard as everyone else. Go get a job. Two people in an identical environment can have different experiences. One may thrive and enjoy the opportunities of the moment. The other may see them as negative in the situation. Here, one or both parties may be traversing realities on a micro level. These micro realms may look very similar in the way we feel. The reflection we see in others and the way circumstances unfold are aligning with our vibration. So, it's great to be conscious of our energy and ways that we can optimize our experience of life. Oscar, you're not doing anything. You're just sitting around in hotels. You're not doing anything to get better with your life, bro. And the fact that you don't have a home to sit at home and do this at is very concerning. Since the day I met you, dude, it's been months. I met you in, what was it, October of last year? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. We're at 9 months, bro. As long as a baby, and you have done nothing with your life. You literally have done nothing. You just travel to hotels and take pictures. You rode around on a motorcycle and did a travel channel. Same as Gary. What are you doing with your life? In your 30-something years. Approaching 40 quite quickly, I must say. What do you have to show for your life, Oscar? Why would any woman want you? What gives you any power or authority? A pack of cards that gets you excited. You get excited on cartoon boobs. It's a whole child, bro. You're a whole child. Try to come to America and see if you could do that. No, American women want a real man. You can probably entertain these foreign girls because they think it's cute. Your shit ain't cute, bro. Or maybe to a bunch of fucking, you know what I mean, low vibrational, saggy, fucking begging for some love type bitches that watch your tarot channel. I told you, bro, I'm fucking watching you for something completely different. You ain't telling me shit. You don't even know how to read your cards. Because they told you I was walking the fuck away, bro. You got totally dissed. Huh. Anyways, so it's great to be conscious of your energy. Set your energy field to the highest good and ensure your intention is primed for places you wish to journey. Traversing other realms is an innate ability that we all have. Young children have this skill intact, and they're not yet convinced that they're not real. My son still has it, bro. He has an imagination. I can't tell you what he's seeing, but I can tell you by the time that he's out there imagining. He is interacting with something. He sees it. Still at fucking 12, 13 years old, he still sees whatever's in that, which means he still sees behind the veil. The imagination disappears and they can no longer create from inside of there. But they never were to begin with. You know what I mean? Going back to their invisible friends and how they come up with these ideas. They see it playing. They're playing with their... They say they're playing with their imagination, but they're playing in the other realms. They're literally playing with the fucking, you know, what they see. You guys lost that a long time ago. And that's why some of you actually connected with aliens when you were young. Aliens came and visited you. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Angels could come and visit you. You talked to dead people before you lost that ability, dude, because you grew up. Somebody told you it wasn't real. So everything that pops in your head that you know what I mean, they told you wasn't real, isn't real. You tell yourself what's, you know, what's good and bad and what's real and what isn't. That's what I'm talking about. This guy, you know what I mean, like, he chooses to read books that he talks to demons and devils. That's in his imagination. He has to create that image based on the information that he's putting. He sees himself having a conversation with demons and devils. I see the demons and devils and everything else, but I don't sit there, you know, let me light a candle and go have a talk with you. Meaning you don't know who to pray. Why won't you pray to Jesus? Why are you running from our Savior? Are you running from the rules? You think you're above the rules, that you're going to make it to some sense of happiness without facing this? Jesus Christ, as they say, the Christ, Lord Christ, Christ, consciousness, is in all of my books. What kind of books are you reading that you're not reading about Christ? How do you plan to be how do you plan to fight this war of good and evil when you're on the wrong side? Good triumphs evil. There's no such thing, but in the sense of how are you going to win the darkness? The darkness flees, bro, when the light arrives. When I walk in the room, you're out of there, bro. Because you know damn well I'm going to expose you for a lie. And people are going to laugh at you. All the truth is going to set you off fire. Your skin is going to get very uncomfortable when I walk in a room. Your soul knows the truth. This is that moment where you become exposed. Like a fucking open wound. People who are experiencing hallucinations may be perceiving multiple layers of information simultaneously. In the West, this is considered a symptom of diminished mental health. In other cultures, this openness could be the mark of a shaman or a seer and considered a powerful gift. Again, Kanye tapped into the other realms. He was watching history play out. He was seeing the past during the present. He was seeing ideas for a future. He was seeing it all. But everybody was telling him what? That he was crazy. They put medication in there to stop the visions. You fucked his head up, bro. You fucked up his third eye. And that's what it is. It's that Morpheus. You put all that shit in him and he can't see no more. He did it too with the fucking nitrous. Now he wants to sue somebody for some kind of, you know what I mean, fucking, you know, fucking brain damage. Okay, you damaged your own fucking brain. And you damaged this whole situation by not trusting yourself and walking away from them. Your spirit told you to get the fuck out of Hollywood, bro. Where are you now? In hell. The place he told you to get out of. You're just breaking down the doors, trying to get back in. He said no. Never again. Akashic paradigm combines multidimensionality with the idea that everything is happening simultaneously. And that's it. I'm reliving my Akashic records through lame-ass, weenie-ass people that aren't even familiar with the fact that they're playing the role. You're just here for me, bro. You don't even know what you're doing here. You don't even know that you've done this before. You have no idea. I'm going to let you just play your little game. I'm going to get mines and get out. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Free guy. I'm just in here to get mines and get out. You guys can play your little game all you want. This game is about to crash. Thus, everything that has been and ever will be is occurring at this moment. By changing our vibration, we can access an ocean of collective consciousness, and this highlights the significance of portals. That's it. You guys aren't connected with anyone because you haven't changed your vibration. Which means what? You haven't changed your life. It's so simplistic. How do I change my vibration? Change your life. Portals are gateways to other layers of reality. I will be entering an enormous portal tomorrow under the moon day. I always go through a moon day portal. But now we have the full moon. They can be accessed through meditation and inner practices or internally in places such as the planet's vortex or vortices. These places are usually sacred to those who are sensitive to energies and work closely with the earth. And that's Red Rocks. That was one of mine. You know what I mean? Garden of the Gods. All of them. I've been to all of them, bro. But especially, it's like you don't know what happens there. This is a vortex. This is a earth chakra, which is a portal to other realities. For those that have the eyes to see and aren't just seeing their own selfish ambitions and desires. Often where ley lines connect, portals are places where the veil is thin and unexplained phenomenon can occur. And that was that in the Choctaw County, bro. That was an unbelievable. I still think about all the downloads that happened in that fucking... I mean, it was just unpowerful. But I was sitting between the oak trees. I was sitting in an actual portal, bro. A dead-ass portal, bro. And I saw everything. You know what I mean? I think about Mother Mary and all of them coming to me. It's like, you know... Where's another one? Mother Cabrini Shrine. You go in that room. That's a whole portal up there, bro. That is a whole... I tell you that all the time, you losers. That is exact entry into the divine. Everybody knows it when they go up there. You know what I mean? And then you got, you know, the sacred lands on the top of the mountain. All of these places, bro. All of these places. Earth's ley lines are similar to meridian systems in the body. Chakras are also energetic vortexes. When we tune them and the places on the body they connect to, we can access holistic information. And that's what I said in the video. I was tired. God just keeps... That's where they comes from, through my chakras. That's how I brought Osiris back to life, through the chakras. It's a portal to information. Yours are just a portal to your darkness right now. Until you clean out the darkness, clear out your chakras, which is your shadows. Each of you have shadows, and they have to be cleaned out every day. You have to keep these clean all the time, meaning you had experiences yesterday that create shadows today. What is it? Darkness, negativity, just negative thoughts, patterns, beliefs. It's hidden in your whole body. Without cleaning those out, those limitations, In order to clean out a limitation belief, you have to break the limits. Understand that. But after you clean out that stuff, then your chakras are aligned, and now you're aligned with the ley lines. You're aligned with the Earth Star chakras. You're aligned with all chakras outside of it. Your pineal gland goes on, and now you are a transmitter to information. You can't do any of that when you're sitting there chasing a fucking paycheck and running from your childhood fucking regrets and fucking neglects. Your shame and guilt. Embarrassment. You can't do any of this, dude, when you're running away from pain. Chakras are also energetic vortexes. When we tune them, blah, blah, blah. This Oracle Dex includes 10 chakra seeds cards that can activate these portals on your body. Portals are like an opening or a rip in our usual veil of reality. If you feel, and that's what he said, he's like, if you don't want to have an ego and don't want to be powerful in this reality is stupid. You're stupid for thinking you have any power in it. If you feel pulled to explore this curious and vast topic further, it is wise to seek a mentor who is confident traversing in realities. Yeah, go find somebody that can astral travel and take you into the other realities. Fine. Quit bothering me. Ah, these kids. That's it. Try to find someone. I want you to find a human being that does what I do, that can travel in time, that can go and speak with Jesus. I'd love to find somebody that actually speaks to Christ. Anybody speak to Buddha? Does anybody mediumship to actual people other than your dead family members? Like, do you talk to historical members? Can you travel outside of the context of your mind to other countries and locations? Can you see the past, the present, and the future? Do you see when this all ends? Do you know when you die? Did you know when you died the last time? Get out of my face, losers. There's not a person out there that knows this. I mean, they know parts of it, but without doing the work that I do, which is the shadow work, they're never going to access it. Going back to the lady that wrote that Palladian book. They're your masters. You were powerless without the fucking information they give you. Without your leader. Remember that. Remember that. How are you connecting to your mystical self? Right? Wait. Did we read all that? Yeah. How might you raise your vibration to access information that's not normally perceivable? How can you lift your spirits to soar into wider awareness so you can see life from a heightened perspective? How do you do that? How do you push your limits? When our mind gets out of the way, we can reach the bliss state of seamlessly unspeakable, where the need for a linear life drops away, and we can center ourselves around the sense of internal being. Divinatory meaning. Gently explore the edges of your reality. Spend times in the forest to listen, deepen your meditational practice. Dance yourself into ecstasy. Explore psychic tools and study new healing modalities. If you feel you're lacking in purpose, or life seems a little mundane, remember there's never a reason to be bored. What we experience with our physical sense is just the tip of the iceberg. Magic exists wherever you care to find it. Look between the lines to limitless discovery. And that's what it is about someone stupid like him. He thinks the magic comes from a ceremony. A candle lighting, you know what I mean? He thinks that it's in a book. That everything he's looking for is in a book or in this world. And he's gonna, you know what I mean, search the edge of this world to fill himself with happiness. He's a chaser. My head hurts. I do this submission, and that's all it was. Submit. Okay. Yeah, he wasn't very powerful though. It's pretty much. This guy doesn't have any friends. What do you?
Yeah, he made his own friends.
There you go. Bunch of buttholes like himself. Bunch of losers that ride a bike to get girls. Losers. Sí, habla español. ¿Sabes qué, puto? Y es todo. Y es todo. Que no regresan.
I don't speak Taco Bell.
I don't speak Taco Bell. Pendejo. Hey, and by the way, there's hurricanes coming for you. Just wanted to let you know that. Or what do they call them? Tropical storm. I don't know what they call it down there. They're not called a hurricane down there. I think it's something else. They call them something else. Something. I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, the storms are coming. I really am not going to go any further. The next one I was going to read about, but I'm not going to read about, was the alchemical transformation. I read about it a lot. It's a lot of this, when you're reprogramming your DNA, which is eliminating the way that it used to think, that you're not so low vibrational, where you're just chasing stupid shit that you've been chasing since you were fucking 14. When you change your way of life, it has an effect on your body because you were programmed to it. I explained all of this during the week. This is just confirmation to my earlier video. I'll have to go find it, which one it was, but I talked about all of this during the week. I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday. It was the Mercury day. We talked about all of this. And then I just made a video 2 days ago. You can't access the divine without going through the shadows. That's what Carl Jung taught you, psychoanalysts. You had to go through your dark selves. You have to go through the pits of yourself. I just made a huge video about it last night. If you don't do it, you're not going to be anything. I don't care if you don't do it. But don't sit out here and pretend like you're powerful when you haven't done it. That's all I got to say, bro. I'm going to make you look stupid every fucking time, whoever the fuck you are. I'm going to walk up and ask what change you've made in your life. If I can pull out the fact that you're still where the fuck you was 5 years ago, then you're looking stupid as fuck, motherfucker. If you ain't quit your job, quit your girlfriend, quit your life, then you ain't got a new life. It's so simplistic, bro. You can see a new life on a new person. You can see a person walking in new energy. You guys are just trying to dress up and be something new. But it's the same old you, bro. Because you still have the same mentality. You haven't changed your way of thinking. You haven't even started this battle. The battle is between the mind and the heart. Your heart's trying to take you on an adventure, and your brain's trying to take you to fucking what? Take you where? And this idea of success, material success? I don't think so. I'm sorry that was a little bit negative, but I am a little bit negative. I balance the light and the dark. Again, he irritated the shit out of me. That video was horrible. And that's what happens when you give me an ego, bro. I'm gonna destroy you. You're disgusting. What a filth bucket. What a sus bucket. You gotta watch it for yourself. It was horrendous. Or don't even give him the views. He doesn't even deserve your attention, to be honest. It was terrible. I mean, that makes me feel bad. Be like, look at this guy so you can make fun of him. That's not a good behavior. To see the video, you know what I mean? I shared it, but you don't need to. Nobody wants to see a person like that swearing like they're the shit and they got it all figured out and they know best. Put the cards down, bitch, if you know so much. Why do we take from a fuckboy that fucks ugly girls at that, bro? They're ugly. They're ugly, bro. They're ugly hoes, bro. I think the last one you was riding around with on your motorcycle had a fucking mullet. Looked like a whole dude with tits. You going to Bangkok? You like it like that? I mean, your best friend is gay. Bunch of homo sapiens. Homos. For the rest of you, I gotta be honest, my energy's only gonna get worse by tomorrow. I had a fucking hell of a day, bro. I had a hell of a day. And it's a Monday, and I gotta actually, you know, they're gonna be pounding me with moon day energy, and I'm going through portals of reality, and I'll be talking to all the gods and stuff, while you guys are, you know, doing your basic mundane life. I don't envy you. I pity the shit out of you, because I was you. I remember waking up, doing all that. Not to say that, you know, I spent a whole lifetime working real hard, trying to be something like you bitches. And that goes back to my morning video. I've come too far. And that's what it was. It's like, dude, he never stood a chance with that kind of attitude and mentality. But he hit it for a minute. That's what it is, bro. You just gotta stand back. People hang themselves. I'm seeing DMX. Trust a person to show you who they really are. They're gonna show you who they really are, bro. You just gotta wait a minute. Just stand back, bro. They're gonna show you the truth. They can't keep this facade for too long. And that's it. That was, I don't know. Again, if I knew that side of you, I would have been attracted to you. And that's what people do, is they hide these sides of them. Because they know if you saw this side, who they truly are, you would be uninterested completely. But they don't want you to see who they truly are. They're going to manipulate you and try to put on this good show and be who you want them to be. Till they get you. And then you're stuck with this fucking Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde motherfucker that's been lying to you the whole time. That has fucking ego issues. That has, multiple personalities or something. Am I talking about him or me? I mean, I guess. That was me. When I was sick, what's your excuse? You're sick? Guys, I'm sorry if this offended you. I was taking shots at one person, and usually when I do that, it offends a lot of people because they feel because the shoe fits. You're guilty of the same behaviors. All right, well, I wasn't saying your name in particular, and if you are guilty of those same behaviors, then you have just become aware of some shitty behaviors, and it's going to be a battle for you to change your ways. I assure you, if you do, though, you're going to attract better types of people. Not money-hungry hoes. A money-hungry man is only going to get a money-hungry hoe. Like attracts like. I don't like this. I'm not attracted to this, bro. I'm repulsed by shit like this. We are absolute opposites on the spectrum. Absolute opposites. That's the same as me trying to hook up with Russ. This guy's chasing the world I'm trying to destroy. That's not going to work. And in the essence, you don't win. I do. I've seen the end. I've seen how this goes down. Do you know when you die? Do some more work. Hey, so the rest of you, sorry, not sorry. I'm dark. I try to keep it light. I'm burnt out. My eyes burn. My head burns. I've had one hell of a day. I've had one hell of a life, bro, if you haven't been listening. Oosh. And that week was hard, too. I went through a dark night of the soul. I've had one hell of a life, dude. This week is whoosh. Whoosh. Just keep swimming. Tomorrow's another day. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm serious. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck what day it is, dude. Fuck your world. Go seize it, Oscar. Go make the best out of tonight. Go, live it up. Do a late night love reading or something. Go get in someone's panties. You know what I'm doing? Going to bed. I'm crawling in bed with God. In my chastity belt. Made a video about that earlier. Be careful, sex equals babies. You're gonna have the spawn of Satan fucking around with the wrong people. Hey, I love you guys. Yeah, I honestly, I know, I can feel that a lot of people are offended by that. You could be defensive, or you could take this and run the offense with this, bro. I'm talking about this person, but if you know that you can step better than him, then step on him, bro. Don't sit there and get on the hate campaign. You know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. You're just chasing basic bullshit. You're literally a money-hungry hoe, bro. Most of you. That was the whole teaching about today. Wear it. She didn't want to wear it. She didn't want to admit it. I didn't say nothing to her that wasn't true. And I'm saying it to you too. What the fuck is Oscar doing out there? Nothing. Chasing money and ass. And some picture that he could post on a website to make himself look cool. Truthfully, check out his travel journal. You're not traveling anywhere. You're not doing anything. And that's what's even worse, dude. If he sits down and tries to, have a conversation or explain himself, he sounds like a complete putz. Like he has no social skills. Like he's never had a conversation with a human being. I couldn't see you having a conversation with another man this dense. Is this an Aries thing? Because she's as dumb as a doornail, too. Are you guys just naturally dumb? Does this have to do with the fact that it's like the first zodiac sign, that you guys are the, you know what I mean? It's the sense of identity. Is this what it is you have no identity? This overblown sense of self, when really you have no self? Like self-esteem, self-respect, self-dignity, you know what I mean? Like, is this a trait of Aries? I'm saying this meanly, but now I'm thinking about my son. He's an Aries, and he's pretty fucked off too, bro. Let me think about this. He's a good kid, but in the sense of these Aries, bro. No, and I think the reason is because he's a little mental. Maybe if he was full Aries with a full working, brain, he'd be just as dumb as you guys. Does anybody know an Aries that isn't arrogant, pompous, overdriven for adventure, but yet going nowhere? Is there a different definition for Aries that I'm missing here? Because I've met, these two that I met, they're idiots. The three Libras I met, fucking idiots, bro. The two fucking, oh god, here comes Gemini. Here comes fucking people like Allie and my ex-husband. Idiots. Then we got a crying Cancer. That would be great. That's exactly what we fucking need. Are any of you fucking worth a shit? I hate to be ugly. Are any of you worth a shit? Are you any of you worth hanging out with? I'm not gonna hang out with another Sagittarius because we're going different directions, bro. We're just adventurous. We don't align. We're just created likewise. Meaning I don't really get along with Sagittarius because they're pompous too. I don't get along with my own. It's not really mine. They're yours. I just was born at the same time as you losers. I'm nothing like you. I'm just a soul having a human experience. You're a human trying to become the soul, or have a soul experience, or have a soul ascension, or have a soul connection, or a soul mate. You're trying to have a good time, and that's all of the flesh. Sorry, it seems very morbid to be so ugly, but I'm the goddess of hell. What am I supposed to tell you? And that's what I tell you. What was the positive? Go talk to Jesus. I can't know happiness without Jesus, bro. The people of the Old Testament didn't know happiness, douchebags. There was no safety net for them. There was no promises. There was no promised land. Go look at the fucking stories, bro. There was no fucking true, freedom or abundance. Or none of that. None of that came till after Christ, bro. I keep seeing this video, Joe Bart. My kids and I watched this video of you just a little while ago. We were watching a couple of your videos because their phones were dead. And it was about the tribes, the foreign tribes. But you made one video about all different tribes, but you made one video about that one where the government won't let you near there because they'll kill you. Every person that's ever tried to go near this island gets killed. And it was talking about, the one story is about that Christian man. There was a fucking man that wanted to spread Christianity, bro. And it's like, it was his calling. I've got to teach them about Christ. Bro, they don't want to know nothing about anything about the world that we live in. And they will kill you on sight. And that's what we're watching. And it's like that. It's like, when he was sharing the video, we watched both of them about all the different tribes. All of the different tribes believed in their gods. Ooh, that one was creepy, dude. The cannibalists that eat the brains and the fucking body of their enemies. That one was creepy. It was a great video, Joe, but in the sense of all of them had a praise or a worship to a god or an essence or something like that, right? So the idea of Jesus was to come get you salvation. It wasn't to turn away from your God, but to accept God as as Jesus as your Savior, and His message should set you free. That's it, point blank. Very simplistic. It's in the whole damn Bible. The truth shall set you free. And that's it. Who shall ever believe such a message? And then you, inherit your birthrights. Which ones? The promises he talked about, same thing, all those stories in the Bible, that you should have such gifts, the wonders, you should be able to, raise the dead and heal the sick, cast out demons, all that shit that me and all the other 12 apostles did. Why? Because we believed the message he gave, and anybody else that did too. You don't see the magic because you don't walk in the belief of it. And you don't walk the straight and narrow and do what he said. You don't leave, those, you're not leaving the temples to follow Christ. He's not in the church, dude. He's literally right here. He's not dead. The flesh died. But his spirit is very active and everywhere, accessible to anyone that chooses to call upon him. Any fucking religion, anyone. Now, what you don't get is that's pretty much how all of the spirit world works. You're just taught not to talk to them, that they're not real and they're all devils and shit and this and that. Okay. You know, I had that cry at Mr. Plum's, you know what I mean? It's like, how come I can see them, but nobody else can? That doesn't make me crazy. They're really here. I see them. They talk to me. They show me everything. What do you guys... I can't make you see them. But just because I do doesn't mean they're not real. And that's it. You know, going back to last Sunday, I'm sitting in the dark and I see Buddha come in my door. When I tell you I'm seeing them, they're physically there in my third eye, which is the other reality of where I am. I'm right here and I can still see them beyond the veil. When I told you that Pac is sitting in my car while I'm smoking, I see him. I physically see him in there. Like I see him, you know, on the other side. You can't see him, but he's sitting there and he's talking to me. That doesn't make me crazy, bro. There's people that, you know, shamans, mediums, mystics, dude. We talk to the spirits. You think that the Pope has a relationship with Jesus. You think he talks to God and he literally hears his voice and sees him like Moses did, like I do, like Joseph, like Mary. You believe these people can do such things, but they don't possess the power, and they say anyone that does is crazy. But Jesus said, and everyone in my book says, we all have such powers. Why am I the only one? Because I'm the only one that believes the words, dude, and literally walks through them. You believe the story, but not this part. No, that's not what that means. It's exactly what that means. You just don't want to do what it says. He said, be of the spirit, not of the flesh. All you want is everything your flesh desires. You want that car. You want that girl. You want that job. You want that new iPhone. You want that new vacation. That's all shit of the flesh, you liars. Your spirit doesn't want any of that. I promise you, your spirit doesn't want any of it. Your spirit knows it's trash. Your spirit knows that that car will break down. Your spirit knows that you won't be happy at that job or in that house. Your spirit doesn't want any of those things. It knows those are limiting things that'll keep you bound. Your flesh wants them. Why? For security. So you can feel safe in your flesh. If you have such things, you have power. But then someone like Trump comes in and takes away it all. Or a natural disaster and you've just lost your house and your car and your job. And you're powerless. To who? My God. You'll get on your knees real quick then and start begging Jesus for something. But are you going to follow his rules? You can't kill a witch that's covered in the blood of Christ. Remember that. And that goes back to me telling Royce all that time ago. You know why I always win? Because I use the power of God. The true God. The living God. And all of his gods and goddesses that ever served. I don't pray to a false entity and ask them for power. I ask God to give me the power through my own flesh. And so shall it be given, in good accordance to his will and purpose in my life. He don't give you no power because you're not doing anything good with it. With great power comes great responsibility. You're not responsible for anything. You just want, you know, the best things in life. You just want to fill your flesh with the best things of life. Stupid. Super stupid. I was like you. And I took it off. One thought at a time. One stupid belief at a time. One stupid desire at a time. You're better than me when you're still trapped to the desires of the flesh and you can't control them. And once you succeed at getting this, are you done? No. The second you buy that car, you want something more. You'll always want. Need not, want not. Your needs are never met because you're filled with wants. That's what your desires are. You're never full. You are full, but you're never full. Interesting. Hey, I love you. I'm sorry to be ugly, but, you know, this is all about self-awareness. And if you'd like to leave, the door is to the left. Make sure you leave a donation. Just kidding. I don't give a fuck what you do with your life, dude. I'm stuck here for 56 years hoping and wishing. Anyways, I hope somebody gets it. But, I mean, it's been 26,000 years. It's like, you're not getting it. I'm not surprised. Your ancestors weren't smart enough either. This is a long line of dummies here. There was only a few of us from, you know, ancient times that got this shit. Now we're back here to re-get it and try to give it again. Try to spread the good word. How you doing over there, Silo? Are you having any luck? Are these idiots on your side understanding your teachings? What about you, Guru? Sangaro? Do they get what you're talking about? I mean, it helps when you're talking to your own culture and they already have an understanding of it. I gotta tell you, bro, these Americans, we're not doing so well over here. I could use some help in America, please. I know, you could use some help out there too. We need some help, God. Your kids are idiots. They're not getting it. All three of us tell you the same thing, bro. Every shaman or fucking, you know what I mean, ascending master, spiritualist, guru, you know, Silo, all of that, dude. They're gonna tell you the same shit, bro. To quit your life, get a life in God. Go to a priest. He's gonna tell you the same thing, bro. You don't want to hear the message, bro. And if you don't receive the message, then you don't receive the blessing, bro. That's all that means. I'm seeing Mother Teresa. She really cared about your healing, bro. She really cared. She'd carry you in, and she didn't even know if you were going to get her sick. She believed she had the power within her hands, and that God was with her, that she could heal you, bro. She healed sick people, like, I'd be afraid, like, I think they're contagious. I don't want to die, too. She went out, and dude, God told her to go lay hands and make sure that they were fed. Take care of these sick people. You know what I mean? It's not too many stories of people dying under her care. And she didn't have, you know what I mean, doctor's facilities. She had faith. She cared about your healing more than I do. I just want to say that. If I'm looking at you and you're looking kind of sick, I'm gonna say let them die. I don't want them to spread the disease through the town. Set them on fire so they don't spread the disease. I'm not Jesus, bro. I can feel their love for you, but I can feel, you know what I mean, when it goes back to it. I can see how they want to see it, but I see the truth too. I wasn't wrong, God. And that's what it is. It's like, you may be right, but I wasn't wrong either. You may be right, God. There may be good in them, but I wasn't wrong. And that's where it is. God and Goddess agree to disagree. Not everything has to make sense. And that was that fight where I went up against God. I was like, you're a fucking lie. Everything you said isn't true. No, it hasn't come true. But everything I said came true. Everything I ever said about you guys has come true. Pretty much. Other than your planes crashing, and there's plenty of time of that. If you didn't notice, he took a pause for that. Finally stopped. It finally stopped. He finally stopped crashing planes. It will come to pass. And that's what it is it doesn't matter when I saw it. I saw it. That means it's real. Whether I saw it in the past or in the future, I saw it. It's real. And that's where I said is I can't fucking manifest something that isn't real. If I can't see it, it's not real. And that's what it is. You guys can't manifest anything because you can't see it. It's impossible for you to see anything past what you believe. Very limiting. Keep all of this into your, you know what I mean? Take all of this in. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a fucking, you know what I mean, a spoonful of sugar. But make sure you take it in and it doesn't just go in one ear and out the other. There was too much in this video to not hit a nerve. If I struck that nerve, then I want you to follow it. Follow it all the way down. Write it down. Fuck her. Okay, keep going. Why are you so mad at me? Well, because you don't fucking know. What don't I know? Keep going. Tell me what I don't know. Have the argument with me, that's fine, but write it down, get it out of you, and look at what's inside of you. Turn the fucking camera on and yell at me like I'm standing there. I don't care. I'm not really. You can take all your shit out on me. It don't matter, but I want you to see what's coming out when you're taking it out. When you're letting it out, I want you to see your own truth, because that's what it is you want to tell me, then tell me. Tell me what I don't see. Tell me what I'm not seeing. Tell me this isn't you. And that's what I'm asking. I'm challenging you to argue with me, because I want you to hear yourself. I want you to hear your argument. I want you to hear the inner child of you that's trying to stand up for you and what it believes. And then come back and argue with me some more. Right? I love to argue. Hey. What the fuck we call this one? I don't know. I need a vacation. I had a rough day. Did you have a rough day? Happy Mother's Day. I hope Father's Day is better. Hey, it's Moon Day. We got a full moon on our hands. This is big. I love yous. Laters. Bye.